Hey everybody, welcome. What's on My Shelf, Season 2, Episode 3. Thanks for joining once again. Before we get into today's book, I just wanted to take a quick note to thank our sponsor. As always, you send me a cool hat, I'll wear it and promote. But this is my buddy Donnie Zoldan. He's a serial entrepreneur. He owns the Landmark Comedy Club in Manhattan, Stand Up New York, and Donnie's a really cool guy. He does a lot of awesome things. During COVID, he was running comedy shows when nothing could be open on subway cars and in Central Park, and always doing things to bring smiles to people's faces and to give comics the opportunity to perform and share their art. So somebody who I have a tremendous amount of admiration for. And among his efforts is, celebrating our Jewish heritage. So last summer, they launched the Chosen Comedy Festival at the Brooklyn Boardwalk, and we're doing it again this summer, August 8th. The link is in there, so get your tickets. Elon Gold, Modi, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, Michael Rappaport, amongst many others. He's also fresh off the roast of anti-Semitism that they did at the Saban Theater in LA last week. So really, really check it out. Get your tickets. It's a great event. You'll laugh your balls off. Anyway, today's book, I'm in a bad language kind of mood today. I don't know why. It's Friday maybe when I'm filming this. I don't know when I'm going to drop it. But today we're going to be talking about, I don't know if you could see it, it's a book called The No Asshole Rule. So if you're offended by that word, you probably want to turn this off right now because I'm going to say it a heck of a lot over the next couple of minutes. But this book, The No Asshole Rule, written by Robert Sutton, is actually based on an article that he wrote in the Harvard Business Review. And it's funny because he writes a lot about how we can use many different terms to explain what an asshole is. Bullies, tyrants, creeps, jerks, whatever it is. But really, the word asshole really, really sums it up. And we're not talking about people who are temporary assholes who have, moments of weakness and maybe do the wrong things sometimes. People who are consistently that asshole in our lives that really just brings out the worst in themselves and people. So it's funny because when he wrote the article in the HBR, in the Harvard Business Review, he didn't expect that they would let him publish it with the word asshole in it. It's a, fairly sophisticated institution and publication. But he submitted it and he actually said, I don't want this published without using the word asshole. And they printed it 8 times in the article. So super, super cool. Very, very good story in the beginning. And I also think it's interesting at the end, he sums up his thoughts about now that he's written this book, he's known as the asshole guy, which I think is pretty funny, and the pros and cons to that. But really what's great about this book is that it really sets you up for understanding who these people are and how much they hurt your organizations, right? It teaches you the very essence of what an asshole is, right? How to spot an asshole, all of the negative impacts that an asshole might have on your organization, not just from a morale and a team building and a culture perspective, but actually financial. Like if you have an asshole in your organization that's disenfranchising people at every layer of the organization, your customers, your people, you are losing money, and they actually do a really good job of breaking that down for you. They talk about how to deal with the asshole. Sometimes you might read this book and realize you may have some asshole tendencies. How do you control those? How do you bring them back? And when you do see them in the people that work for you, how do you address them the right way so that we can get the people that we have on our teams behaving in a way that is consistent with our core values, despite how good we might do or they might do their jobs. One of the cool points that I see in this book also that I like to just call out is that there's a line that he uses, and I'm not going to quote it exactly, I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but the line is basically, fortunate is the person who follows the asshole. When you do identify the asshole and get them out of your organization, the person that you bring in to replace them, if you bring in the right person, is a hero. They come in just by virtue of the fact that they're not that guy. Everybody loves them. They get tons of opportunities to really rebuild and recoup morale, and really, really get your company going right in the right direction. An interesting point just as it relates to EOS, right? When we really think about it, what is an asshole? An asshole is when you have the wrong person in the right seat, right? It's somebody who's highly effective at their job. They're probably really, really good at it. But at the same time, they just don't behave the way that you expect and need your employees to behave to fit your culture, right? Your culture comprises of your core values and your vision and where you're focusing. And if a person is coming into your organization and they're not respectful of the way that you need your entire organization to behave and the reasons why you're behaving that way, ultimately that person is what I would like to call a terrorist, or what my friend Svi likes to call a terrorist, right? They're going to do some great work maybe, but they are going to hold you hostage. They are the one that's going to tell you, you can't afford to lose me. You can't ever fire me. And when you do lose them, or when they do leave and realize that they have a better opportunity because they honestly don't care about you or your organization, they're only after number one. When they do, what do? They just blow up everything, right? They're not creating systems of scale. They're not trying to help teach the things that they know that make them great at their jobs to other people. And they've disenfranchised so many people that it's really just a total mess sometimes if you don't deal with it effectively. So we really got to make sure that we don't let these terrorists run our organizations. We have to make sure that we constantly have the right people in the right seats, not the wrong people in the right seats. And really by doing that, we can make sure that we have our own enforceable no asshole rules in our own organization. So let me know what you think. I mean, obviously nobody likes an asshole. We all have one, right? But that's it. We just need one. So, we got to figure out a way to get these people out of our organization. So I'd be interested to hear, people's thoughts, comments. What do you think about, the word? Did I say too much? Should I not say it? Is there a better word that we can use to describe these people? I don't know. You tell me. But it's a great book. You should read it. Really, really helps you figure out how to deal with difficult personalities in every element of your life. And see you next time.